What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here with me today. All right, Jasmine, you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
We got Romel Murphy here and Nikki Jones is here as well. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Now, Nikki, I've seen you on the news. I saw you on Gayle King. I know you've been making the rounds. You did Tamron Hall. Yes. And you are, what we say, the creator of Zaniah Monet?
Zaniah Monet, yes.
Okay. And Romel, you guys work together.
Correct.
You and Nikki. Okay. Let me ask you first. How did you first come across her and decide this is who I want to represent?
So she's like family. We've known each other over 10 or 12 years. Mm-hmm. And so I have a music industry background. So then when she created Zaniah and it started catching traction, she reached out and then we put it together and made it work.
Mm-hmm. Now you've been going so viral for this Zaniah Monet, hitting the Billboard charts, but she's an AI artist.
Yes.
So you're like, yes. We have so many questions because obviously this was a topic of discussion up here. You actually write the songs. It's your poetry. It's your songs. It's your feelings.
Yes.
And then you have an AI artist that can sing the songs.
Correct.
Using the program Suno.
Correct.
Okay. And somebody DM'd me when we talked about it up here, and they were like, I'm a songwriter, and I think this is amazing because I can't sing,
right? But
I write these songs. And he said for him, he uses it to get placements.
Right. Definitely a way for writers to have a voice, to have their own voice.
Mm-hmm. So why wouldn't you just be a songwriter?
Honestly, this was never intentional. It wasn't supposed to happen. I'm not going to say it wasn't supposed to happen, but it was never intentional.
Okay.
I was just mixing what I love to do with tech, and this was the outcome that I got. Mm-hmm. But if it came about today for me to be a songwriter, I will collaborate with other artists.
Okay, so you're down to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
But Zaniah just took off.
Yeah, it just took off. Everything happened so literally in a matter of 30 days.
I remember talking to somebody who was a songwriter, and they were telling me one of the hardest things for her was writing these songs that was so emotional for her, but then people not singing it the way that she wanted them to sing it.
Exactly. Like, how can you expect somebody else to sing your songs? They might not feel the same thing that you felt, or went through it. So how would you get the same reaction, or how would somebody else put these songs out? How Zaniah do?
Right.
If they never went through, what I went through or experienced it.
How do you translate the emotion with, just like you're saying, how does an artist able to, communicate that when they give a artist a song? How are you able to translate that emotion into your artist?
So our Zaniah, she's just a lip syncing, she just carries and delivers the songs, 100% human feelings, emotions,
right?
And she's just delivering them.
So are you singing it and then they translate it to, it's because I'm trying to figure out how this works.
So with Suno, when I first did it, I created a persona.
Okay.
With the persona, I do like a voiceover. You can sing or talk.
Okay.
And from there, that's how we create the vocals for your artist.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I've seen some artists saying that they felt like this was them and that they were planning to sue.
Yeah. Last week, 2 weeks ago, it was Beyonce. Then it was Corinne Harthan. Then it was K. Michelle. The fans say it sounds like somebody every day.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So we just take it in and don't feed into it because all those artists are exceptional. But Zaniah's actually is Nikki's persona. It's just like if you go in the studio. When you go, any artist that goes in the studio, I don't care how vocally talented they are, they put a template and they put templates on their voices. That's just a given fact. So that's all that we did with the Suno app. So is it AI? Yes, but it still has Nikki's feelings in it. And I had a writer from Billboard when they first started picking it up because they were against AI initially. And they was like, this is something different. I said, why do you say that? And this is before it came out that her voice was in the persona. They was like, it feels like it's not as techie. It feels like it's a voice behind it. And then I said, yes, because she put her voice in the Suno. So, it is AI, but it still has her voice and her presence in it. And then to go back what Jasmine said, and I tell other people when we talk about it, they say, well, why doesn't a traditional artist sing her songs? Who can go touch anybody? Just name any A-list artist and say, here, I'm a writer, will you sing my songs? Of course they'll come now after it catches traction.
You done made some news.
After it catches traction, but
it's hard.
I'm going to go to a business model. If I create something innovative and it starts catching traction and it allows me to create a multi-million-dollar lane, am I going to stop and say, okay, now let me give it to a traditional artist? That wouldn't make business sense in any business model.
So there really is a $3 million deal that you signed for, because that's the number that was thrown out, right? So that's a real thing.
Yes, it is. The deal is there.
Right. And so, of course, people are, I think you had to also think, did you think it would be this much backlash from it? Or
Yeah, I was prepared for it. You know, AI is a very controversial topic in a space that a lot of people's not ready to step into. So I knew it was gonna be the good and the bad. With me being first, I'm the guinea pig, so of course I'm gonna get everything that's thrown at me. I'm a strong-minded person though, and I'm handling it really well. Yeah.
I see there's a country song too that's #1 on the charts. That's an AI song, and I don't feel like it's getting the same amount of backlash. I could be wrong because I'm not in that world. So I don't know if like on
I haven't
that.
looked much into it. I saw it
It's a
come
good
across
song.
my timeline.
No, so her song is good. So I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These
are
are good songs.
Yeah.
How did you decide what Zaniah was going to look like?
Zaniah, when I first started learning and teaching AI 4 months ago, she was like my experiment, her and 3 other characters I created. It wasn't no certain way I created her. I just was like, give me a caramel brown 5'7" lady, long black hair, and I went with the first thing they
You
gave
said,
me.
give myself, because you
Yeah,
describe
you said-
yourself. I love that she's brown too. I love the girl that the girl's brown.
Yeah, so that's how I got her. And the music didn't come about until maybe like a month after I had created Zaniah. So instead of creating a new character to lip sync, I just repurposed her and merged her with the music, put it out on TikTok. Again, just having fun with tech and what I do. And the reactions just...
One thing that people are asking is how do they know that you're actually writing the songs, right? Because of course now people are saying, well, why? How do we know she's not having AI write the song for her? And I know you've said these are your real experiences, your real life things. But if somebody's asking those questions, because clearly Zaniah's gonna have to do like a bunch of music now, right? You have a deal.
Definitely.
How do you answer those questions? Because I have to assume that now you got to make sure you keep a record of like yourself,
Writing.
I got so many songs. I ain't gonna say songs. I have so much stuff written, like years worth. So we're definitely not running out. They can feel hear me emotions in the songs. We don't have too many artists now that's touching bases on the things that I write about. But they are real.
Do you? Do you have proof that you have written these songs?
Yeah, I have a journal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a journal.
You're like, these are things that happen to me in real
Yeah.
life.
Right, yeah.
Now, on the positive side, have artists come to you wanting to work with you now?
I had a few reach out, and we are looking forward to working with a lot of human
Look at
artists.
Ro. He's like, yep.
Some in the works.
It's
We have some
A-list
major
artists. It's some A-list artists that we are collabing with now. They're waiting on me to send records over. And then to go back to what you guys asked about, how do we know it's real? I tell people when they ask me that question, I said, before Zaniah, it was 20 million subscribers on Suno. After Zaniah, it's probably 45 million subscribers. Suno might get mad. It might be closer to 60 million subscribers right now. So out of those 60 million, hers made it, so it has to be some authenticity there.
Right.
Because it's connecting. Because she wasn't the first. And after they saw that number, 3 million, they said their subscribers went up crazy.
I bet it did.
Yeah.
So I'm sure some of them are using their real life experiences, but most of them are probably using ChatGPT.
They're not hitting
and it's
like
not
that.
catching.
Ro, did you get a deal with Suno now? I mean, it feels like it would be the next obvious thing.
We
working on it?
have a partnership. we have a good partnership. We have a good partnership in the works. We're pretty good. Yes.
So is there a what's next for her? Is there a whole album, a whole project?
Or can you do a tour? Because that's another thing. When we were up here talking about it, we were like, okay, so how does Zaniah go on tour? I was like, these hologram performances
definitely.
Right.
have been a thing, but like, can they do the Chris Brown meet and greet? How does this work now?
Yeah.
Definitely hologram tours.
Okay.
Haven't thought about the meet and greet yet, but
So hologram tours.
So,
Okay.
So hologram, but it's gonna have a little more than just a normal hologram. We're gonna have a live band. We're gonna have a live band element to it, and then with the upcoming features, we're going to have those artists at the shows.
This feels like a good horror movie.
really,
I was thinking that
Angela
way.
loves horror, so she's
because I want
always-
this to go
yeah.
left, like
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, a
Right.
horror movie.
Right.
This could be great. Like
Right.
Zaniah breaks free from the. I'm just throwing it out there.
Definitely,
This could be.
definitely, yeah.
Jermaine Dupri also commented on it, right? I know you saw. He said, "Oh, Milli Vanilli, they got mad at them for lip syncing, but now we have these AI artists." How would you respond to that?
I don't. I don't respond to it. I haven't responded to anything that none of the artists have said.
Do you understand at all where the other
Yeah, I
artists
do
come
understand
from?
where
Okay.
they're coming from, but I just don't, dig into it.
How many people have hit you up and asked you, "I want to do what you're doing"? Everybody.
The world.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Everybody
like-
not gonna get no $3 million deal.
Exactly,
though.
and that's what I think a lot of them are looking at. It's a dollar amount, but that's not really what I'm so much worried about. I've been having money, so
I know that's right.
Yeah,
Talk about
What are you worried about? You said you're not worried about the money. What are you?
The most important thing for me is like how I'm touching lives. How I'm able to be a voice for the people who felt like their story could never get told. Yeah. I have so many people reaching out to me like, "Dang, you must be in my head. Are you in my journal? How you living the same thing I'm living?"
Right.
People are reaching out to me, telling me how much I've impacted them, how they're canceling their therapy sessions, turning on Zaniah. I had 2 people tell me that if they hadn't listened to my song, they probably would have took their life.
So that means more than anything.
Yeah, like they're and this every day, y'all. Like I'm getting hundreds of messages.
People called me and I've had to merge her in on 3-way at funerals and everything. And I'm like, Nick, I need you to talk to this person. They talking about taking their life and your song saving them. And they just want to see if it's a real person behind it. And let's go back to what you guys asked about the Jermaine Dupri and what I tell people. I tell people, I would have had a conversation with Jermaine. I would tell you, if you went from drums to the beat machine, before when T-Pain came out with auto-tune, it was a problem. It's just music is evolving and it's a tool. Yeah. And who is to determine what an artist is? Mm-hmm. I collect artwork. I like Andy Warhol. It's an artist from Seattle named Art Basure. I love him. It's contemporary art. You may like sculptures. So whoever created the sculpture. So you're telling me, we all know a painter is considered an artist. The person who creates a sculpture is considered an artist too. So who defines what an artist is? Her poems, or her life experiences, she's still an artist, regardless if she gives it to a traditional singer or she puts it in AI form. She's still an artist.
You wanted to also address that this has taken opportunities or jobs away from Black creators, right? People are saying that. When people say that to you, how would you respond?
I don't think AI is taking jobs or replacing anyone. I look at it as an expansion. I just tell people to utilize it, see what it's about. But I definitely don't see it replacing anyone.
So, wait a minute, you don't think AI is replacing people? Not saying in your sense, but you don't think AI is going to be replacing people?
Definitely. I see Amazon just replace 30,000 people or something with robots. Mm-hmm. It's just technology.
We have to work with it.
But in the music space, pertaining directly to the Zaniah project, I don't think, because I go down a list and when I have a conversation, I say our whole team is Black led. And from attorney, brand marketer, publicist, and we created opportunities for them. And then when they say, well, what about producers? I think actually Suno and what we're doing elevates songwriters and producers and actually gives them a voice. So when we create Zaniah's music and Suno's a whole platform like in your studio. You can pull the stems off. Mm-hmm. So now we go get Black producers to recreate it. So when they say we're taking jobs from creators, I would say, what job have we taken? The traditional singer, and that goes back to my point. So you're telling someone who did something and it evolved and it created a space. She basically was supposed to create that. Go get her publishing deal, which may be for $500,000, but go give a traditional artist her songs that got 10 million streams so they can get a $3 million check. That's what you're telling me we were supposed to do. Mm-hmm. That don't make, in no world does that make business sense. It don't. I just can't, I don't understand how people don't realize that. I understand you may be in your emotions because you've been an artist and you just didn't catch your break. But when you sit back and take the emotions out of it and look at the reality,
they would do it too.
They would do the exact same thing.
Anybody would.
Especially if that bag was involved.
Exactly.
How did you feel when you were approached to actually get this opportunity to sign to a label and, like we said, this $3 million deal? Hallwood Media, how did they approach you? How did this even go down?
Several labels reached out. At first, I wasn't responding, though, because I never wanted to be in the music industry. That was never my lane. Again, I was taking what I love to do and mixing it with tech. Never thinking it was going to go this far. Running it by Romeo is what really, made me say, okay, I'll give it a try. But I still be telling him, like, Ro, this not what I want, or whatever the case is. But when they came with the numbers, it was mind-blowing.
Right? Like who would have thought?
Yeah.
When I negotiated, she was like, Ro, you lying. I said, Nikki, I'm telling you what I just negotiated. So I had to show it to her in writing, and she was like, that just still ain't real. Mm-hmm. Because it did get overwhelming, but when she started, it took off by itself and it took viral. So we had the advantage because now you're looking at, in a matter of 3 weeks, you're looking at 10, 12 million streams. Now I put my business hat on, me knowing the music business. If that was a traditional artist, I know what it would be. So I'm gonna take in consideration it is AI, but we still got to get close to that number it would be, because if that was a traditional artist, that number would have been double.
Right.
So and there's no overhead for this artist either.
So we
not
had
really.
to make sense. And then when we majors offered deals, but I didn't want to go through the majors because there's a lot of red tape. I wanted to stay with an independent distributor, and it came down to 2. And then when we just looked at the infrastructure and the conversation, and plus the money had a big part in it, this made the most sense because it kept her control. And that's one thing a lot of artists say, a lot of people comments are saying they own all of the masters, they own everything, they're just using her as a face. That's incorrect. I negotiated one of the best deals in history for a new artist. She owned 100% of her masters. She owned 100% of her publishing. We got all our branding and touring. We own everything.
I cannot wait to see how this tour works out, because that's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
right?
definitely going to be interesting.
So when you think about the rollout for the album, what is that looking like?
Like this?
Right, so her we're going back and forth. January there will be some new music out, but it just happened so fast. And you got to think, when she first put her life stories out, it was 40-something songs in a month. Like that's 4 albums for a normal artist. She just put it out there,
and a few of them hit.
Yeah, so it's just like, okay, now we got to sit back and now we got to put a marketing plan together and put a rollout on the strategy. But the one thing we have to play in our favor is that the words and the lyrics are connecting because they're real life experiences. So we don't want to oversaturate it and just force it and just become a traditional artist and just let's keep on putting our songs to one turn and one hit. We want people to live with it and take it in because it is her experiences.
And then you don't got to worry about hair and makeup for Zaniah. You don't got to
That's what
worry
I'm saying,
about
overhead.
if she's going to be on time.
Yeah.
You don't worry.
You ain't got to book a flight for her.
He still be getting on me about being on time.
Because she's like the artist too.
He be like, nigga, come downstairs. I'm like, okay.
And so y'all say no hair and makeup. That's what I thought initially. But she got to have hair and makeup. That's why she like, bro, let's get over this press and all this press stuff. So then we can just go back to doing. But it's still an overhead.
What
you don't got to worry about her having a sore throat or getting sick.
I got
just press though. but what genre is the artist considered?
R&B, soul, gospel.
Okay, because I was thinking when you were talking about how inspiring it is, I was like, oh, you could do a gospel album.
Yeah, so I have 2 gospel songs.
Yeah, Let Go Let God is number 19 on the gospel
It's on the charts
on the
already.
gospel chart. So that's another first.
Y'all gonna make the gospel people pissed.
No, because
they loving it.
Are they? Oh,
loving
good.
it. And then you have to. I have a gospel label, and I used to manage gospel artists and do marketing for Ernest Pugh, Jonathan McReynolds. So I know the gospel lane and the Stella Awards. So it was a little pushback, but they know that's where I come from. And then she comes from the church. She's singing her church choir. So
you can sing.
So can you sing?
I can sing, but if you ask me if I can hit them notes that Zaniah hit, no, I can't.
You can sing the choir. You can't sing a lead, but you can sing in the choir.
I hear it. I feel
Everybody be saying it.
What about guest appearances on the album? Because, like, are people now saying I'm down to do like a?
We have some in the works. Definitely some in the works.
Because some people probably nervous.
Yeah, some are.
They gonna
And
get
I think a
backlash.
lot of them are for it, but they're scared of the backlash.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to come and say, hey, let's do a song. They're waiting on. I think once we come out with this artist that we're coming out with, everybody else gonna try to come on board.
I wonder. We can't talk about what artists, but I just wonder how Zaniah would do on a reggaeton Afrobeat Jamaican with a big Jamaican artist, and y'all just go from there with it.
Yeah,
Jamaicans love it. Like I think that's one of the top like supporters, like country wise. Yeah.
So y'all just pick and choose a female artist that's just huge in that lane and put 1 and 1 equal 2 together.
Now, are you thinking about expanding, maybe like putting together a group where she's the lead singer? Because there's so much you could do.
It's so much you can do with it, but
What about another artist too? Like a no?
She's solo now. She's
she's
Beyonce.
solo.
Baby.
She's just the focus now.
Angela, this like a real extension of her. Like, I didn't came with stuff. She's like, bro, I'm not doing it. Nope, nobody's singing is Zaniah. Nope. So she really this is really her. So
It's
like
she
her
real
baby.
strict. Yeah, it's my baby. Like, no other AI
Yeah,
artist.
they came like, we gonna get somebody that look like her that's gonna do it. I said, nah, we ain't doing all that.
Have you had to lawyer up with people threatening to sue and stuff like that?
I had one of the best lawyers around. I never really worried about the legal. I don't even feed into it. Like I told you, anything negative, I don't really get into it. Like when my people call me, be like, you see what so and so said? I be like, no, stop looking at it.
Right.
Yeah, but I definitely have one of the best lawyers around.
Yeah, Bernie is already in the tech space, so it worked out perfect.
Yeah, she teaches AI at a college in Atlanta.
So it was like the perfect scenario. And then it's a strong black woman, because I was intentional about that. Like Bernie, I put Felicia Font as her publicist. I was real.
Oh, we know her.
I was real purple agency. I was real strategic because I can protect her and I can teach her business, but I can't love on her as a black woman. And I was real intentional about that because I knew all the lashing was gonna come back. Like Gayle King was our first interview, then Tamron Hall. I'm real strategic, and we sitting here with you. I'm real strategic because I know the backlash, so I want people, you got to do your journalist job and be tough, but I wanted to understand she doing something like Steve Jobs, the black Steve Jobs. Like, they thought he was crazy when he made an iPhone. So she's a forefront of something. We're sitting at the table and not getting crumbs. And Brooke the brand helps us with the branding, and she said something that I didn't think about it, and then when she said it, it made sense. She said, like, Romeo, we're disrupting something. Like, Nikki is really changing something that's been there for years, and music is the one great connector. So I need strong women around her because I can't pour into her that way.
Right.
I'm be honest. I do feel like it's gonna be less real life singers in the future. I feel like this might be the new wave of what music is like. And I think this is what it's gonna be.
Hopefully, it's just a mixture. Hopefully, it
hopefully,
don't get to that, because we still want that human tour feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I still love all them. I still want to go see some of them.
Nothing will replace that. But you know what else I want to say too? When streaming first started, I remember people acted like that was the devil.
Hated it.
They were like, we are not going to put songs that they were. And then labels ended up having to cut deals to be able to have these songs on streaming services, and now that's how we always listen to the music.
I ain't know what streaming was. When Rona was like, "You got this many streams," I'm like, "What is that?"
She did. When I tell y'all, it was just God. I ain't gonna say it was an accident. God had this plan because when she was asking me stuff, I'm asking her stuff. Like, how many numbers, this streaming number? I don't know nothing about that. Then label saying, are there bots or campaigns? What is a bot or what is a campaign? She knew none of that music stuff, which is why it worked. Like, her songs aren't 16 bars a hook. People will tell you to make a hit record, you need to hear the hook twice in 60 seconds and all that.
It'll be a certain BPM.
Yeah, she knew none of that. So that's why it's working. If you look at her song structure, one verse might be 12, then the next one be 18. A pre-hook might not have a bridge in this song, but that's why it's connecting, because it's just authentic. It's going back to the music we grew up on. Well, I'm aging myself because I'm 47. But back to real R&B, it's going back to that. It's telling a story, something people can relate to. And I think that's why it's working.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of those in the comments. People saying this, that old R&B feeling and all that.
Who would have ever thunk it?
I'm telling you, I'm still mind blown. People be like, "You so calm." Like, I be like, "Yeah, I don't know what to say."
And let me see if you're real.
Like, this is a hologram. This whole interview.
Look, some of the people be coming with the AI jokes now. They be like, "Are you even real? Or this AI?" I'm like, man.
Well, we appreciate you. I know you got a flight to catch.
Yes.
You're all over the place, but thank you for coming through, because I'm so interested in all of this.
It's intriguing.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for sitting down with us. And I saw you walk Gayle King through the whole process of how to act. I've seen people online doing videos like, I just did the same thing she did in 5 minutes. Like, I've seen all of that.
It's still not that easy, like what people think, because just because I hit create and get 2 songs, that don't mean it's gonna be the perfect one. Sometimes I'm sitting there for hours going through hundreds of songs until I get the one that I think sound how I want it to sound.
How does your family feel?
Back home, everybody, like, the love is it's crazy, because like I said, Hot Springs, Mississippi and Memphis, Tennessee, we're all one, you know, back home. So, like, from all areas, I can't describe it. It's crazy.
So
like,
Thanksgiving at your house?
They do that anyway. She love to cook. She love to cook.
I'm a family friends person. So every Sunday I cook for all my people. They come to my house.
Every Sunday.
My friends.
That was even before that. So it just
love
fit
that.
That's me.
online.
I'm like the junction with everybody. I tell them just come eat. Don't bring nothing. I've been doing that for like the past year. I love my family. I try to, that's how I stay grounded and stay rooted.
Okay.
That's
family
how you
and
can
friends.
ignore the hate.
She busy in the kitchen.
Yeah, so I do love cooking.
Okay.
So,
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nikki Jones, Romel Murphy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
And
us.
Zaniah Monet, thank you for joining us.
Zaniah's here in spirit.
I appreciate it.